Hello, welcome back to my channel. I am going to do a full moon reading here. So let's just get started, and I'm going to call on God, angels, ancestors, and spirit guides to protect everyone that is viewing this video and bring forth any messages for everyone's highest and greatest good. And so with that being said, I did go through and I pulled out specifically in this Monology deck the full moon in Libra. A win-win outcome is in the forecast. So the full moon is on the 16th of April. And then I also pulled this card out. It says surrender to the divine full moon. Excuse my dogs in the background. Maybe that is symbolic somehow for someone. Okay. And then I'm just going to read this card. And it says, the full moon in Libra, the sign of partnership, of falling in love and closely relating to someone else. Since full moons are about climaxes and conclusions, this card suggests that you're either about to start a new relationship or an important existing relationship is changing somehow. Perhaps coming to an end or moving to a new level of commitment. It is important to remember that people come to us for a reason and sometimes just for a season. If your relationship is ending now, it's doing so at the right time, so try not to fight it. This card can also refer to a professional relationship. There is a sense that you need to balance your ego and someone else's needs. A win-win outcome is possible with give and take. Doing so may be the answer to your question. And then, yeah, why not? I'll keep going. It says, attune to the moon. Let go of that which is falling away. And I immediately thought of, if you don't do it, someone once said, you know, like if you hold on too long, you'll get dragged, right? So this is telling me, like, if a karmic, I believe in good and bad karma. Okay, and I may do a video later on about that or explain more about it later. But for right now, I'm saying that if you know a situation is toxic for you, whether it's a career, a friendship, or a relationship of some kind, it's time to step away and let go of that which is falling away from you, because an important karmic cycle is trying to end. And if you delay it, it's only going to keep accruing more like toxic karmic debt, you know, bad karmic debt. So it's super important to just take action, you know. So if that means you have to literally just, you know, pack a bag and get the kids and get out of the house, or you know, whatever Spirit's urging you to do, especially if you're dealing with a very toxic personality, it's very important to move in silence and not literally tell anyone, because usually those toxic people get very connected to your family. So it's like this whole circle of drama. So it's super important to just rely on your own intuition if you are dealing with like a very urgent and emergency type of situation like that. It can be very hard, and the unknown is really, really overwhelming, especially if you're a person that does not like change, or you're a person that likes to be organized. Sometimes making impromptu decisions like this can be very scary, but you just also have to remember there's something inside of you that has prepared you for this moment, and just repeating the mantra, I can do it, I can do it, I can do it. Especially if you've got like that inner dialogue where something scary is happening and you're like, oh my gosh, this, and this person will be pissed off, or stop worrying about pleasing everyone. And sometimes that even means our kids, you know. Sometimes the best way that you can show your kids, especially in a toxic relationship, is to get them out of it and stick up for what you know is right in your heart. You know, I mean, male or female, it doesn't matter. Women are just as toxic as men. I don't care. Especially some women some toxic women are more toxic than super toxic men. So I'm not trying to throw shade at any gender or anything like that. I'm just saying that whatever your situation is, there's this, this urgence to take inventory. Okay. But with that said, if that's not applicable and you're happy in your relationship, let's just keep moving forward and get to the fun stuff. Okay. Okay. Additional meanings for this card. See the other person through the eyes of love. It will change your perspective. It's really important to communicate from a place of love and not anger. If you communicate from a place of anger, you're only going to be accruing more karmic debt. And it's not about what the other person says or does. It's all about how you choose to respond and heal from this situation. Okay, and then it says it's time for you to make a firm decision. It's time for you to focus on yourself for a while and look after yourself, but avoid vanity. Now is a great time for a makeover. I love that. It's saying to avoid vanity, but it's a good time for a makeover. So if you're a person, what I get from this is it's all about balancing the scales of justice. If you're, trigger warning, if you're a person that knows you should be working out more for your own health, right? Maybe that's a time for you to make a fitness goal and say, you know what, I'm going to lose 10 pounds in 3 months. Or I'm going to try to get to the gym at least, 3 hours this week. Whatever it is, it's saying to take time for yourself and focus on you. And especially if you have kids, the most important thing you can do is to let go and love yourself. Show them how much you care and love about yourself. Obviously, I'm not saying neglect your kids, but show them that it's time for you to take action on those things. Whether, maybe you're a person that's really materialistic and hyper obsessive compulsive disorder or something. Maybe it's time to bust out the Play-Doh with the kids and get the freaking countertop messy for 5 hours or something, Whatever your case is, it's this full moon in Libra is urging you to have an opposite approach to whatever you've been cognitively stuck on. Okay, and then the teaching says, no matter when you pull the full moon in Libra card, it encourages you to find a balance between your desires and those of the people around you. Balance is a very Librian energy, and the full moon brings things to a peak. Dramas and upsets bring partnerships to the fore. Libra energy also brings love energy. Negotiations are easier. So like I said, if it's, a breakup, if you're dealing with a very impossible personality, which I feel like this is my niche because I've had my fair share of being attracted to complete narcissists. And I take full responsibility for not standing up for myself earlier in those relationships. But it's all about just really, where can you take care of yourself? And sometimes in life, we got to just move in silence. One thing when it comes to like setting goals, like fitness goals, it's important to like tell your support system what your fitness goals are, or, maybe you want to eat cleaner or something like that. Just don't talk about it. Just do it, just do it. Get up and do it. Because after you do it, it's like you'll feel that sigh of relief, It might feel like you're on a roller coaster for a minute, but after you come back down, it's like, oh my gosh, I don't regret that. And just a side note for the people out there that are maybe thinking about fitness goals and things like that, one thing that really helps is get in touch with yourself and think about your favorite music that just gets you completely in a good mood. And then, get your headphones and get jamming out, and maybe just make a commitment of starting 20 minutes a day. even if it's going just for a little bit on the treadmill or whatever your case is, you know. I definitely feel like with fitness goals, I don't know why I'm bringing that up, but I feel like what you eat is everything. It's 80%. 20% is working out and staying motivated, but 80% of what your fitness goals should be is eating healthier and cleaner. Okay? So, now if you're not completely bored with this conversation, let's go. Let's just see here what kind of tarot cards. I'm not going to pull very many. I just want to see. Okay, so it's the balancing energies and then backstabbing energies. So this might be a strong message for someone out there. You know, like I said, sometimes you got to move in silence. And some people might not be happy about it, but it's like the Three of Cups is going to come forward and make you, you know, it's going to make you stronger. There's that quote out there that says, the risk that it took the bud to bloom was greater than not blooming, or something like that. I forgot you know, you get the gist of that quote. Okay, so there's like this spark of creation here. I feel like whatever you know, taking inventory into your personal situation, whatever you do, I feel like is a really cool, it's going to spark a whole new avenue and take you down a whole new path. Look, and then there's another 3. So maybe 33 is a significant synchronicity for you there. But there's the 3 of Pentacles. So it's going to take work. And then with the 3 of Cups, it's super important to not be distracted by your indulgences and to not over drink or consume. Okay. And then I am going to get some shaman messages here. The wind and the giveaway. Okay, this one was first, so I'll do that one first. And there is this card in here. I was really wanting it to come out, but maybe I'll do it on a different reading. Okay. And so 63 and 23. So you might be 63 or 23. And since I'm right here, I'll read the giveaway first. Make a list of 10 people and the things for which you are grateful. Connect with the feeling of gratitude. The giveaway comes to ask you to feel the same gratitude without needing anything or anyone to inspire it, and to share this gratitude with those you meet. As you offer thanks, your heart opens and you start to realize how much life has given you. You heal your feelings of scarcity and open yourself up to the abundance that surrounds you. The giveaway invites you to be in the flow of life as you give freely and receive freely. That's cool. And, you know, going back to that, sometimes those people that can be on that list, if you do decide to do that exercise, they can sometimes be people that really messed you up, you know, childhood. Like maybe there's a childhood bully, you know, maybe find a way to be grateful for the people that pissed you off. But of course, it's important to be grateful for the people that have accelerated you. You know, those people deserve the most praise. But you can really, really start to be strong once you say, you know what? Thank you for teaching me this lesson, because now I'm stronger because of this. And now I understand this situation differently, and I'm going to show up differently in the world, you know. And it's all about accountability, you know. Growing up, I was kind of a really loud, crazy kid sometimes. And so I I had to go back to my childhood and thank some people for really, really teaching me some lessons that I needed to know. You know, but I'm not going to get too much in my personal situation, but yeah, I was a little wild and crazy kid. I was always good though. I never like broke the law or anything like that. I didn't even drink until I was like 21. Okay. So the wind is a really big deal. So take note of this. Heed this calling. Okay. The essence, the symbol of the wind represents the element of air. Ooh, this is so beautiful. Especially with this Libra energy of air. It's big air, ether energy. It's all about connecting all of the elements, mind, body, soul, and tapping into this higher dimension. You know, the unseen, but the felt, if that makes sense. Ethers. Okay. The symbol of the wind represents the element of air. It rules communication, thought, song, and inspired ideas. It also signifies change with qualities, both positive and negative. The wind blows of each of the 4 directions, and there are different qualities bestowed by each. The south, carrying a sense of trust, helping you gently begin to discard habits and parts of you that are no longer needed. The west, calling you to more introspection, to a willingness to make final decisions and let go of attachments and egos. Desires. North, moving you to bring wisdom and strength. And the east, carrying the clarity of vision and purpose. Whichever way the wind may be blowing for you, the message which the wind whispers or shouts is a challenge. It takes courage at first to turn and face the wind, but you will find exultation in moving towards it, in receiving its lessons. Yeah, like I was saying, there's like a karmic cycle that's trying to complete. And if you delay it, you're just accruing more of that toxic karma. You know, so take inventory in your life. What can you do differently? How can you start to show up differently in the world? Just remember, 1% shift every day. 1% shift towards a goal, towards a way of being, will help you, prepare you for whatever is about to take shape. Change is inevitable, right? Okay, so I'm going to keep going because this one's really important. When the spirit of the wind comes calling, it is a sign of change. Perhaps you need to change your mind about something. Perhaps an old way of doing things has become automatic. And now that you've gained greater clarity, you can make a new choice regardless of what the change is. You can expect to be understood and to have clear communication with others at this time. Ideas are solid, and the shift that is being called for is in its highest good of all. The medicine. Hello, Wolfie. This wolf's over here just staring. That's cute. Okay, I just got easily distracted, so maybe that's important for you to not be easily distracted too, okay? When the wind comes as a medicine, you're being invited to recognize the value of chaos. Windstorms provide necessary chaos to clear the air and spread seeds so plants and trees can take root in new fields. Oh, that's so beautiful. Right now, it may seem as if your world has been turned upside down, but this is temporary. This is a temporary storm that will blow over. Perhaps communication has broken down between you and another, or your many to-do lists are overwhelming you. The medicine is to simplify, slow down, course correct if you need to, and wait out the storm to clean things up. Just know that all the storms have great value, and if you can remain neutral during their course, greater clarity and good things will come from it all. Remember, this too shall pass. One of the things that I like to do on my to-do list is I have to remind myself, like if I've been procrastinating something, just get in the habit of like finding a little mantra for you. My mantra is, it's not rocket science. And then I give myself like a time frame. Okay, I'm going to get this done and I need to send this email or make this phone call, and it's only going to take 20 minutes, you know? So whatever it is at work or whatever it is, just get in that habit of having those small little mantras of self-talk to help you have that better relationship of anything that's overwhelming. Okay. So, if you're still tuning in, I'm just kidding. Let's talk about some things that you can surrender right now. I love these cards. Oh, surrender to complete healing. Open to the fully loving, compassionate forces of the universe that support your physical, emotional, and spiritual healing. Okay, surrender to creativity. Let your imagination soar. Stay open to all creative ideas about how to pursue a dream or solve a problem. Yeah. Maybe it's like you need to go on a vacation for a week and get out of any toxicity. I don't know, maybe I don't know what your situation is. I'll just leave it at that. What else can the angels share with this situation here? Miracles. Yes. I was feeling that, like, once you take the jump, the universe will support you. The universe has your back. You just got to be open to it. And then new beginnings. What else? Answered prayers. Ooh, cool. Manifestation. Okay, and then I want to pull a couple of these. What kind of animals are guiding? What kind of spirit animals want to show up for this reading, please? Okay. The buffalo. Wow, that's cool. The gazelle. The wolf. I was so feeling this wolf energy. And the hummingbird. So maybe hummingbirds are very significant for you. I know they are for me. They are my, it's my grandma and my auntie. Okay. Who's first? Who's first? The gazelle. Okay. Heightened awareness and the ability of vulnerability. So it's like it's okay to be vulnerable, and then having this heightened awareness of being like protective energy. When in balance, you're graceful and perspective and artistic. When out of balance, there can be some allergy issues, insomnia, and racing mind. So maybe a little bit of paranoia. To bring into balance, yin yoga, a cozy home, and good food. Yeah, maybe light a candle, cook some unique vegan food that you've never cooked before or something like that. Maybe turn on some really chill music. I love Yanni. Yanni always puts me in a good mood. Okay, Buffalo, what do you have to say? He's looking straight at the prayers being answered. It's like there's this, maybe you're a masculine and buffaloes are your spirit animal or something. Okay, let's see here. Okay, wolf came out. So wolf, guardian of family and tribe, activism and ritual. So when in balance, it's reliable, democratic and fearless. When out of balance, it's judgmental and dominating. To bring into balance, practice letting go. So maybe when you do some yin yoga, you can Google that. You can look it up on YouTube, but I would say do some yin yoga, especially if you're a masculine. The world needs masculines to do some yin yoga. But do some and then focus on what you want to let go of. Okay? And what's cool about yin yoga is it's not a lot of moving. It's like deep stretches. So that might be something very significant for you. And if I was a beginner in yoga, I would start with yin yoga. Okay, Mr. Buffalo, are you going to come through? Okay. Grounded yet heavenly, practical yet spiritual. When in balance, it's trusting and pure presence. When out of balance, it's restless and lacks gratitude. To bring into balance, prayer and Bhakti. I have never heard of that, so that is something new for me. It's spelled Bhakti. So, yeah, that might be something for you. So, you know, going back to that gratitude list of the giveaway, like I said, thank people for teaching you a lesson, even if you feel totally screwed over by them, right? It's all about finding a creative way to heal that so it's not weighing you down anymore. Okay, and then last but not least, the hummingbird wants to come through, which I love, love, love for the full moon energy. Okay, where are you? It's an air sign. Okay, hummingbird. Positive, enthusiastic, spiritually resourceful. When in balance, it's smart, curious, and loves to learn. And when out of balance, it's pushy and insistent and sharp. To bring in a balance, take a class. Yeah, maybe you, especially with surrender to creativity. Maybe the divine's urging you to take a yoga class. If you're a masculine and you say, guys don't do yoga, whatever, man. Yoga was invented by a guy. So just, know that it's actually very important for the masculines to be doing yoga. The more masculines that do yoga, the more feminines will show up for yoga. Okay. So be the leader. Okay. And then what kind of goddesses are here supporting this full moon energy? Leap of faith. Ayan. I probably didn't say that right. Take a risk and put your heart's true desire into action. It's definitely all about making strong decisions and setting very firm boundaries. Okay. Mau, Mother Earth, you are being called upon to help with environmentalism. Interesting. When I see that card too, I instantly think that it's important to connect with Mother Earth for you for sure. So do some deep meditation, some root chakra meditations. And then Rhiannon, Sorceress, you are a magical person who can manifest clear intentions into reality. So, manifestation twice. Definitely getting this energy of once you pass this test from the universe, it's like you'll be getting more downloads from the divine. Okay. And then what chakra messages want to come through? I'm going to pull a couple. This one wants to come out. Divine Feminine. This, pay attention, masculines. This is all about tapping into your inner feminine. And then for the feminines that are in their masculine energy, it's time for you to tap into your feminine energy. If that makes sense. I hope I said that clearly. Basically, whatever you are more in your energy, it's time to have like that balance of switching roles. Okay? The frequency of Divine Feminine supports our receptive, nurturing, and soft side, allowing it to express itself openly and helping us to connect with our intrinsic understanding of connection to all creation. This is definitely talking about, when I see this like red and pink and blue, this is, getting into a point of where your root chakra, and your throat chakra are in a lot of alignment, and basically taking control of any victim mentality and like actor energy, and really start to show up more in like a loving, mothering type of energy, especially if you are a masculine that has like issues surrounding like perhaps mother wounds, right? This is definitely asking you to look at that from a different perspective. Maybe, think about, oh man, okay, she was abusive, or she was controlling, or she never let me play, or she was always, whatever the case may be for your situation, or she didn't show up for you or whatever. Think about how you want to show up differently like that for yourself and find a perfect medium. Okay. And then, there's a couple. So, and then number 21. So 21 might be very significant for someone. And then realization 37. And this I'll read it. It says, the frequency of realization supports our internal process of becoming aware of our heart-centered truth, as well as external processes becoming our highest expression in the world. So this to me is like answering the call that, first of all, we're not alone in this world, right? And kind of tapping more into that 5D, 9D energy. And with this green, it's all about the heart chakra, and then the throat chakra, solar plexus, sacral, and then root. So that's like about, so maybe if you have like a hard time speaking, especially about like these inner wounds, it might be good for you to do some throat chakra and heart chakra meditations. And I follow a couple channels, and both of them have really, really good meditation. So you can just pull up their YouTube channel and type in throat chakra meditation, heart chakra meditation. So yeah, that's definitely all about realizing what your truth is and living in a higher, starting to move into a higher meaning for that. There's like this aha moment with the realization word. And then belief. So number 11, the frequency of belief supports our sense of self-worth based on our gifts and talents and a strong connection to source. So that is telling me this is all about the crown chakra. Absolutely, crown chakra openings. So that is telling me, first of all, take inventory on what beliefs you're telling yourself, especially when it comes to that gratitude list of people, and maybe, good and bad gratitude list. At the end of the day, it's all about perspective, right? But this to me might be telling me that the divine might be urging you to get out of your own matrix of beliefs and see things from a higher consciousness, especially when we're talking about like rewiring beliefs that you created from childhood, whether it's religion or perhaps maybe you were raised in an atheist or agnostic type of situation. It's all about realizing what you know to be true, right? And integrating more of a peaceful belief system of a unity consciousness versus something that could create division. Because it's really all about like one love in this world. Whether you want to accept it or not, we are all connected and we are all related and we are all ancestors. Some people have stronger bloodlines than others. Well, I feel like all bloodlines are strong. What I meant by that is some people are connected through a bloodline more than others. But yes, we are all one, I feel. And so someone once said the world is small, and I started really repeating that and realizing the world is small. So when you meet someone, you have to assume that they probably know someone right? So it's all about understanding that there's a bigger web happening here, and it's not just about you, it's about everyone. And believing in the impossible. Okay. I'm going to get some of these cards too. Please too, I need to. So there's one. Life purpose. Yes, there's this strong calling for a life purpose. The purpose of your life is to serve in the way that brings great joy to yourself and to others. Don't worry about finding your partner. Instead, focus upon serving a purpose, and then your purpose will serve you. That's so true. Once you're in alignment, we're never fully healed, right? But once you start reaching your realizations, and you're going to attract people that think like you, and then if you consider yourself a light worker, starseed, earth angel, whatever, you really have no business dealing with someone that doesn't think that way, because that means you guys are in two different worlds. That's just my opinion. If you consider yourself a light worker, and other people around you think that it's BS or whatever, it's just not their karma, or they're not as awoke as you. So you have to realize that's not their lesson, right? It doesn't mean that anyone's better than the other, right? It just means that some people's karma shows up differently, and it's all about not comparing yourself to others, and it's about what works for you. What works for you? Stop worrying about what other people think. What works for you? Okay, what else down here? Opportunity to forgive. What was I just saying about that gratitude list? The situation brings you the opportunity to heal, grow, and release negative patterns. Hold the intention of seeing the other person's inner divine light and goodness. We will help you release unforgiving thoughts, feelings, and energies and lift you to a higher place of peace and compassion. One more. New partner. A chance meeting is no mistake. It is divinely orchestrated as a catalyst to set the wheels in motion for the fruition of your prayers. Pay careful attention to new people we send into your life. You will recognize them by your sense of familiarity, comfort, and safety. That's true. Like once you meet a soulmate, and maybe let's just say like they're in a partnership and they're happy and it is what it is, right? That doesn't mean that you guys still can't be friends. It's just an opportunity to see things and create a relationship that's significant to you. Very past lifey energy happening there. And then let's pull some, since we got this new partner, what's this new partner energy down here? Separation. Ooh, okay. This is telling a story. Wedding. So maybe somebody's getting a divorce. Or the new partner that you meet, you will marry. I'm just going to put this wedding right here. Because this could be the one energy. Like I said, if you're happily in a marriage or a situation or whatever, hopefully there's at least one or two cool messages in here for your ascension. Okay. And then children. Your love life is being affected by children. If you're in a toxic relationship and you've got kids, don't torture your kids by being in a situation where you guys are yelling at each other. Because all they're going to do is grow up and do the same thing. And this is about you guys breaking generational curses. Now that could be just for someone out there. I don't know. Okay, and then very soon. So clearly decide what you want so it'll come to you. Okay. And then codependency was on the bottom of the deck. So I'm going to take that. And you have to realize, like, ask yourself why. If you are a person going through a situation where you're contemplating leaving a situation or whatever, it's time to take inventory of why you were so codependent, because there's lessons of gratitude, and look at it as a reason and a season, right? Maybe it was something superficial, like money, status, community. Guess what? All of those people, and I'm not trying to get deep here, but I'm going to say it because I'm guided to, but all of those people in situation are not the people that are going to that you have to talk to God when you're on the other side of whenever you transition out of this world, whenever that may be. I'm not saying anyone's, whatever the case may be. What I'm saying is those situations that have caused this codependency, it's time to heal those. Because when you get to the other side, you want to be able to know that you rose up and saw things from a higher perspective and healed that stuff. I hope that made sense. I feel like I'm going to leave it at that. Okay. And then let's get some angel answers here. Focus on the question. Peaceful resolution. I love that. So important, especially if you're a feminine that's really in a masculine energy. The heavens are really, really, really encouraging you to handle this peacefully. It is a test for you. And it's not just a test like for this life. I'm talking about clearing like past life karma. Walking away from this with your head held high, your reasons, your seasons, your gratitude list, and just knowing that you're doing this for the children's highest good. Because that stuff is not easy. I almost feel like a little choked up for you, but it's like, don't hold on to situations that are trying so hard to let go of you, you know? And if someone's not giving you the time and attention you deserve, get the hell out of that situation. Like, you're delaying your own magic from happening. You're just creating more karma for yourself. And you know that if there are kids involved, they're watching and absorbing all of this. And do you want to really create other little adults in this world that grow up to be this toxic way? Or do you want to show them that how to live yourself? Okay. There is a sign though to wait. Maybe in the past, maybe you're waiting for a certain situation or something. I'm not sure. Okay, this one came flying out. It says, don't stop. Maybe don't stop waiting. Get more information. Reconsider. Maybe reconsider. Because it's like right here by codependency. So that could be a message for someone out there. Because when we hear codependency, we think, oh yeah, alcohol, blah, blah, blah. No, codependency can be a lot of things. And if we're talking about dealing with really, really unconscious patterns and behaviors, the list can go on. So reconsider those things. Ask help from others. So maybe reconsider how to handle this more peacefully. I like this peaceful resolution, so you're coming to the front here. Okay, what else? What else? No. Maybe very soon, no. So maybe it's time to just heal for sure right now. Even though attention is great, maybe it's time for you to give yourself attention and not get it from, not seek it outside of yourself. A year from now. Give yourself a year to heal. So the love that you want, so it doesn't keep flying away from you, and running from you. Heal yourself so you can attract someone that's healed and ready too. Yes. And trust. One more. Within the next few months. Okay. So I am going to leave it at that. Happy full moon. Take your salt baths, get your flowers, do your meditations, dip into some yin yoga. I follow some of my favorite channels, so feel free to check those out. There's tons of information in here. Whatever you do, the divine is encouraging you to really, really take care of yourself so you can show up for yourself and really tap into what means the most for you. And especially here with Mother Earth, it's all about being of service to God and being of service to the Mother Earth that we live in. Okay? And so, until next time, you take care and God bless you.